QSL 58 both ways. Thank you, sir. And here we go. Kilo Echo 2, follow Alpha Mike. Lillard, I'll copy Kilo 6 Oscar Delta India. Laura?
Oh, man, I'm not getting out today, Kitty. Too much.
Only 20 over. Let's try Callan then. Kilo Charlie 9, Lima Fox Delta, follow I'll copy Kilo 6 Oscar Delta India.
This is Kilo Charlie 9, Lima Fox Delta. I have you at a 5-5. Over.
QSL to 5 and 5. You are 5 and 7, 57. Heinz variety.
Roger that 5-7. Thank you.
Thank you for taking the call. K630IS, back to net.
Okay, Mike, we got you back to that with a couple of good calls. Line 38, Kilo 4, call from Charlie Delta. That's Gary in South Carolina. You are up for 2, sir.
Kilo Charlie 1, Quebec India Alpha, Kilo 4 Golf Charlie Delta. Thanks, Brian, for the net, and appreciate you. We'll break with you, and I'm going to try the number 15, Kilo Charlie 9, Lima Fox Delta. Cat, I'll copy Kilo 4 Golf Charlie Delta.
This is Kilo Charlie 9, Lima Fox Delta. I have you at a 5-9. 59, over.
Roger, Roger, Cat. I got you at a 5-9 as well.
Roger, 5. Both ways.
5-9 both ways. Thank you very much. Happy Valentine's Day. Break with you. I'm going to try Kilo 5 Whiskey Romeo Echo. Kilo 5 Whiskey Romeo Echo, number 27, Robert. I'll copy Kilo 4 Golf Charlie Delta.
Kilo 4, Golf Charlie Delta, K5WRE. Have you 5757, Heinz 57. Over.
Roger, Roger, Robert. Copy you at a 55 and 55. QSL.
Copy your 55.
Roger, Roger, 55, 57. Thank you very much. 7-3. Break with you. And this is Kilo 4 Golf Charlie Delta. Up for grabs.
Kilo, Lima 7, Yankee Kilo.
Hotel Papa.
Whiskey 4, Delta Hotel Papa. Got you 59 in Knoxville.
Whiskey 4 Delta Hotel Papa. Kilo 4 Golf Charlie Delta. 59 both ways, Roger.
Roger, Roger, on the 59 both ways. Appreciate you taking my call, man. Sandy to you. And Whiskey 4, Delta Hotel Papa, back to you.
Whiskey 4 Delta Hotel Papa. 7-3, and thanks for the call.
Hello, hello.
Charlie Delta. Back to you, Brian.
Okay, Gary, we got you back to net control with 3 good calls. Line 39, Kilo 5, Whiskey Echo Lima. That's Jimmy in Texas. Jimmy in the state of Texas. You are up for 2, sir.
And there you go. You found me again. I hope not to disappoint you, but check this out. Let me switch VFOs here.
Is he working?
Not here.
Look at this bad boy.
WEL. Jimmy, you with me? Kitty, 2 more.
Hey, I'll get you back. Look at there.
Kilo Delta 1, Mike Delta. Kilo Delta 1, Mike Delta, Kirk in Rhode Island. You are up for 2, sir.
It still doesn't work perfect, but we got it working better, that's for sure.
Kilo Delta 2, Mike Delta, Kirk in Rhode Island. You are up for 2.
Yep, I dug into it. It's an optical receiver and transmitter type ordeal. That's why it wasn't physically connected, because it uses like optical sensors. And there's a little wheel inside of the VFO. I cleaned that out and put some gun oil on it, on the shaft. Well, thank you. Thank you for subscribing. Yeah, I cleaned out some dust and realigned everything. Yes, optocoupler, that's what it is. Or optocoupler. But yeah, I did a bunch of cleaning and oiling and tore into it. And I went out here today and it wasn't working again. So I just got done tearing it back apart. It's still kind of finicky. It doesn't work perfect. But hey, it works way better. Here in about 40 minutes, we're going to move over to 146.52 and do a local net here that I call the Thursday Night Anything Goes net. So that's what the title is referring to.
I'm seeing if he's checked in still.
So you might stick around for that, or you might get bored. I don't know.
K4 Golf Charlie Delta, Gary. Just didn't answer you.
And it is cold out here.
I'll try another one, Kurt.
Can't even get my lighter to work.
Kilo Delta 1 Mike Delta, KA4CZL. Good evening, Kurt. I have you 333333. Over.
Come on, Ryder.
73 miles across miles, and thanks for the call.
I have not found anything about that Canadian repeater. Granted, I will admit that I have not looked.
Kilo Quebec 4, Sierra Kilo Sierra, would you start us off, please? Kilo Quebec 4, Sierra Kilo Sierra, looking for check-ins. Grenada, 40 meters. Come and call us on now.
I'll check in. Kilo India 5, Uniform Charlie Oscar.
Come back with that.
Kilo India 5, Uniform Charlie Oscar, Sean and Everton.
Okay, got you. Anyone else? Come with your call sign, Native 40 meters. Whiskey Juliet 9 Echo.
No Canadian repeater. Huh.
9 Echo.
Yeah, the CW was too fast.
9 Echo.
I couldn't even get the VE out of it.
Got you. Anyone else? Come with your call sign, North American Traffic Awards it.
Apologize if I'm not so engaged. Now that I've checked in, I've got to kind of pay attention
Back to that. Thank you very much for looking
to the net here, but
Kilo Delta 2.
I doubt I'll get very many calls. I work most of these guys already.
Absolutely. Check-ins, North American Traffic and Awards, KD 2DMR. CQ check-ins, North American Traffic and Awards net. Come on aboard.
I've actually been somewhat seriously working on my Worked All States award type ordeal, so I've been checking in with these guys pretty regularly.
I guess not, man. Back to net.
Okay, we got to get back to that. Yeah, Mike Holt, would you look for some over the years, please, from Nevada?
Yeah, the Victor Alpha 6 QRP, I believe that's what it was. Give me the full call sign.
I can't.
One whiskey. I'll tell you hard to hear. Victor Alpha 6, Charlie Quebec Bravo at QRP 1-1.
Oh, it's 1 watt.
This is K639 looking for check-in.
It's not late enough in the day for that.
Come with your call sign.
I check in here, QRP, quite often, but I've never gotten below 2 watts to actually make any success. They run their net too early in the evening.
QSL, thank you very much, Mike. I can't hear 49 at all. Do you think you could set him off for a couple of calls from Nevada?
I'm giving it a shot. He's pretty light. Victor Alpha 6, Charlie Quebec Bravo. What I want you to do is make a couple calls. Anybody that you heard on the net, or you can say up for grabs. QSL? Kilo 6, Oscar Delta India.
He might need to turn her up to 2 watts. Then we'll hear him.
Victor Alpha 6, Charlie, Quebec Bravo, Kilo 6, Oscar, Delta, India. I've got you running 3333 triple, tell me.
I can't even tell he's there. I can't work him.
QSL, what's my report, sir? QSL with 58 to 59. Thank you, sir. Go ahead and go for ground again. Let's see if someone else can pick you up.
No, I haven't looked into the 10-meter repeater. I haven't even been doing very much daytime working.
Delta Hotel Papa. Kilo Lima 7, Yankee Kilo.
Today I went and picked up a few cars. Was a car porter today, so didn't do any daytime working. Man, it's cold. KL7YK.
Charlie, Quebec Bravo. Which one did you want to go back to? There was a couple of them that called you.
I believe I've worked him. Let me look at the log.
I only have a couple of them call you. KL7YK, Ron. See if you can reach them.
Okay, Victor Alpha 6, Charlie, Quebec Bravo, any copy, Kilo Lima 7, Yankee Kilo in Texas.
Maybe I haven't worked him.
Any copy on that station, Brody?
Yeah, I have. I worked him a few days ago.
Brody, any copy on that station calling you? Oh. Yeah, 59 plus. Go ahead and go up for grabs again.
I can hear him now. Kinda.
Kilo Lima 7, Yankee Kilo.
Kilo Delta 2, Delta Mexico Romeo. Victor Alpha 3, Sierra Golf, November. Alpha Charlie 3, Lima, November.
Victor Alpha 6, Charlie, Quebec Bravo. This is Kilo Lima 7, Yankee Kilo in Texas. With the amp off, you're 1-1. I can hear you, but it's very, very hard. With the amp on, you are 5-8, 58, 58.
Oh, he turned the amp on. He's cheating. The trees I have are only about 40 to 60 feet.
Thank you very much, Brody.
Usually on the 40 side, maybe 45, 50 feet.
Brody, go ahead and do that again. Go up for grabs again.
There's my alarm. Sorry, everybody's ears.
Kilo Delta 2, Delta Mexico Romeo. Charlie. Victor Alpha 3, Sierra Golf, November.
The best low band receiving antenna I ever had was actually just 2 ground rods, referred to as a ground dipole or a ground loop. That thing would receive wonderfully. It needed a preamp though.
Yeah, Kilo Delta 2, Delta Mike Romeo. You were 5'9". How much juice you running with the amp?
It's some Walmart ordeal. Android of some sort. Good evening. KD8 TYQ.
All right. Well,
Thanks for joining us. Here in 30 minutes exactly, we'll be moving over to 146.52 in my local area for a little net that we do.
Back to you, KD2D Mark.
Just kind of pre-gaming here. I don't know what brand exactly this phone is. Comes from Walmart.
Stop by any time. Stick around. I'm sure she's going to get some more calls. With that K630, back to net.
Okay, we got him back to net. Let me try him. He came up a little bit. I think he's running a little more wattage. Victor Alpha 6, Charlie, Quebec, Bravo. Victor Alpha 6, Charlie, Quebec, Bravo. Do you have a copy on Kilo Charlie 1, Quebec, India Alpha?
Victor Alpha 6, Charlie, Quebec, Bravo. You're getting a call from Connecticut. Any copy on that station?
Victor Alpha 6, Charlie,
Oh,
Quebec,
Dan
Bravo.
went back
Do you have a
down
copy
for me.
on KC1 QIA?
He's back to 1-1.
He's back to
Oh, he went back to 1-1. Okay.
Okay, no, well, it was worth a try. Okay, we're gonna. Before we go on, we'll look for some late check-ins. I'll look for myself. Any late check-ins? Late check-ins for the NativeNet, please come now. Late check-ins for the North American Traffic and Awards Net, please come now.
Probably the last go-around. I believe they ended
Okay, with
at
nothing heard, we'll go to line 41.
7 local time, so 30 more minutes.
Floyd in Florida, you are up for 2, sir.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate the net tonight. We'll break with you. Let's try line 35. Whiskey 8, Victor Oscar Lima.
I'm not sure what line number I am.
November 4, Papa Charlie.
November 4.
I don't have NetLogger because my NetLogger's on this phone.
To Tennessee. QSL?
QSL is 5-9. Brandon will give you a 5-9 also. QSL?
UFL to 5-9 both ways, sir. I've been trying to get into Florida, so I appreciate the call.
He sounds a lot better than he did yesterday.
73.
He had RF on his signal yesterday.
We'll
Or
break with you,
VOL.
and let's go down to 38. Kilo 4.
No,
Golf Charlie
70
Delta
megahertz
Derek.
is not.
November 4, Papa
I wish. Good old friendly band.
Beautiful signal here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. 5-9 plus. Roger. QSL, you're 5-9. I've got you also 5-9 right above the tuner. QSL? Roger, Floyd. 5-9 both ways.
I ain't scared of no tuna.
Thank you for being there. 73 to you. Have a great evening. We'll break with you, and this is November
223
4.
is
Papa
allowed.
Charlie, back to net. 2 great calls.
And I use it occasionally.
That with 2 great calls.
Used to use it exclusively.
2 Whiskey 4, Zulu Golf Hotel, Brian in Florida. You are up for 2, sir.
Thank you very much. Sierra Charlie Yankee, Sierra Charlie Yankee. Any copy? Whiskey 4, Zulu Golf Hotel. Over.
Hey, Whiskey 4, Zulu Golf Hotel. Whiskey 8, Sugar Charlie Yankee. I'm going to get you 44, 44 bag, 4444, over.
Roger. I got the same for you also. 44, 44, 44, 44. Roger.
Hey, QSL at 4-4, both ways. Thank you, Brian, 7-3.
He's not calling me. Yeah, I love 223. It's almost like a private band. You know, it's not, but not a whole lot of scanners receive it. Not a whole lot of activity down there. I have a repeater on 223. It's not currently active. We had power problems.
Roger the 5-9. We'll go 5-9 both ways, sir. 5-9 both ways.
Yeah, I'd imagine it's very similar to 50 megahertz.
Okay, Brian, we got you back to that with a couple of good calls. Going to line 43, Whiskey 8, Sierra, Charlie Yankee, Rudy in New Mexico. You are up for 2, Rudy.
Hey, thank you, Brian. Hey, I'm gonna stretch my legs a bit. I'm gonna go line 15, Canton, Wisconsin, Kilo Charlie 9, Lima Fox.
223 is like a good mix between 144 and 430. Penetrates buildings pretty well, crosses open distance.
Charlie 9, Lima Fox Delta.
I like 223 a lot.
This is Kilo Charlie 9, Lima Fox Delta. Sorry, there's a neighboring frequency that was bouncing over the net. Was somebody calling me?
Do it again, Rudy. Yeah, Roger. Hey, Chad, Kilo Charlie 9, Lima Fox Delta, Whiskey 8, Sugar Charlie Yankee, over.
Any copy?
Lightly, but, I have you about a 2222, over.
Hey, QSL to 22, QSL 22, you're also 22, you are 2222.
Is the frequency in use? Frequency
It is.
in use, sir. Thank you for asking. All right. Sorry about that.
Over, Cap.
Yep, I copy that 2222 as well.
Well, that's a shame. Simplex is fantastic, though.
Break with Cat in Wisconsin. I'm going to go to line 27, Robert, Colorado. Kilo 5 Whiskey, Romeo Echo Whiskey, 8 Sugar Charlie Yankee, over.
Microfiber tissue? No, I don't.
5959, over. Hey, QSL to 59, Robert, you are also 59 both ways, sir. Copy to 59 both
Man,
ways.
it's cold.
Thank you. Break with you, Whiskey 8 Sugar Charlie Yankee. 2 good calls, back to that.
Okay, Rudy, we got you back to that with a couple of good calls. Going to line 44, Victor Alpha 3, Sugar Golf November. Shelby in Ontario, you are up for 2, sir.
I told you space out there, so I'm just going to do it usually and say, Victor Alpha 3, Sierra Golf November, Ontario, Canada, up to that.
Well, that's good that you got lots of 2 meter and 70 centimeters. Hopefully they get some use. I know I've been guilty lately of not using very many repeaters, mostly just simplex. So I'm kind of on a project here with this Thursday Night Anything Goes net to promote simplex, you know. Get people to make their stations better without the use of a repeater, because I don't want it to be like you buy a Baofeng and that's it, you know. So we got a lot of that in my area. People just buy a Baofeng and that's the end of their amateur radio journey. And that's cool. Nothing wrong with that, but
386 CQB, Brody.
nothing wrong with that at all, but I feel like there's more to it that people can enjoy. They just don't know it yet.
I got nothing. It's not surprising that's a low level. I do see a new line 8, Whiskey 3, Papa Tango Golf. Gustav, you have the name?
I occasionally do 2 meter sideband. Not a whole lot of it in this area, but when the band opens, I enjoy it. I worked from here in Arkansas up to Wisconsin a few months back. That was fantastic. Wonderful band opening. I'm talking like signals 40 over 9 from Wisconsin.
Hear nothing, not sure how things are going. I'm good. I'm just going to go back to net and let anybody else get in there. Thanks. So Victor Alpha 3 Sierra Golf November, back to net.
Okay, Shelby, we got you back to that. Thank you very much, Shelby, for checking in. Going to line 45, Kilo Lima 7, Yankee Kilo, Ron in Texas. You're up for 2, sir.
Roger. Until line 37, yeah, you got it. He checked out. You lost Dane. Let's try Maryland. Whiskey 0, Whiskey Mike. Any copy, KL7YK. Whiskey 0, Whiskey Mike in Maryland. William, any copy, KL7YK.
Whole lot of tuning for a whole little talking.
Hell, no joy there. Kilo Delta 1 Mike Delta, Rhode Island. Last heard you were 3333. How many, over? Kilo Delta 1 Mike Delta, this is KL7YK. Last heard you were 33. How many, over?
I don't think he's there.
Well, either the feeling of dropping like flies or the band is just one way or the other. Let's go up for grabs. KL7YK, up for grabs.
Alpha Charlie 3, Lima November.
Whiskey 5, Delta Oscar Charlie.
Alpha Charlie 3 again.
Alpha Charlie 3, Lima November. I copy you
5959 QSL.
Alpha Charlie 3, Lima November, I have you 5.
The band is fading a little bit.
QSL on the 59 both ways.
Thank you. And K5 DOC.
At least for my QTH.
Whiskey 5, Delta Oscar Charlie, right on, got you 59 as well, 59 both ways.
Thank you, Doc. Good to hear you. KL7YK. Back to net with 2 good ones.
Okay, Ron, we got you back to that with 2 good calls. Go to line 46, Kilo Alpha 4, Charlie Zulu Lima. That's Steven in North Carolina. You are up for 2, sir.
Good evening, thanks for doing the net tonight. KA4CZL break with you. Kilo Quebec 4, Sierra Kilo Sierra KT4SKS Jason. KA4CZL, Al Brown County.
I do portable operations every now and again. I haven't done any POTA or soda yet, but I normally just sit out in the yard. Why are the people they talk to not audible? I guess they checked out of the net. I normally hear everybody okay.
Appreciate that, and I'll give you a phone call in the morning. Break with you. Kilo 7, Yankee Kilo, KL7YK, Ron in Texas, KA4CZL.
Well, fantastic.
Church on 5757.
I'm more into the soda ordeal, but I haven't gotten out there. It's been too cold.
Charlie Zulu Lima. Stephen,
But I'm set up for it as soon as it turns warm. There's about 8 summits around here that have never been activated, and I want to put my name on there.
Appreciate that. Thanks for the contact. 73 miles across the mile. Over.
Roger. I copied. I gave you a 5.8. What'd you give me, please?
Yeah, I gave you a 5.858, and you gave me a 5.757. Over.
Make it 5.8 both ways. 5.8 both ways, Roger.
Alrighty, I'll take the 5.8. Really sounding great. Thanks for the contact.
Yeah, it's
73
fading.
miles across the mile.
And back to you, KL7YK.
Okay, break with you. Kilowatt America 4, Canada, Zambia, Lithuania. Excellent. Check me out going the other way.
Okay, Steven, we got you back to net with a couple of good calls and going the other way. Line 47, Kilo India 5, Uniform Charlie
Oh, there I
Oscar.
am.
Sean in Arkansas, you are up for 2, sir.
Thank you. This is Kilo India 5, Uniform Charlie Oscar, up for grabs.
Alpha Charlie 3, Lima November.
Delta 2, Delta Mexico Romeo. 4 Golf Charlie Delta.
Alpha Charlie 3, Lima November.
This is Alpha Charlie 3, Lima November. I copy you 5959 QSL.
Yeah, QSL will go 5.9 both ways.
QSL on the 59 both ways.
All right, this is Kilo India 5, Uniform Charlie Oscar, up for grabs again.
Kilo Delta 2, Delta Mike Romeo. Kilo 4 Golf Charlie Delta.
KD2DMR. Good afternoon, good evening.
Good evening. That's my 5. Got you 5.9 KD2DMR. Thank you.
Well, fantastic. 5.9 both ways. This is Kilo India 5, Uniform Charlie Oscar. Back to net. 2 good calls.
Okay, Sean, before you back to net, this is Kilo Charlie 1, Quebec India up in net control. Sean, I got you 5.9 into Connecticut. How many?
5.9 both ways. Sounding beautiful.
QSL on the 5.9 both ways. Thank you very much, Sean, for the call. 73, and I got you back to that with 3 good calls now. Okay, we're going to drop down to line 48, Whiskey Juliet 9 Echo. Michael in Indiana. Michael, you are up for 2.
I missed the call sign of the last guy. He's net control, though, so I guess I can look.
Whiskey Juliet 9 Echo. Michael in Indiana. You are up for 2, sir.
You know what summon I can get to in a reasonable amount of time.
Mark, did you see if you could raise him?
Whiskey
Fantastic,
Juliet 9
and thank you.
Mike, where you at?
The summons are a long ways away. On the not audible thing, was it just not loud enough, or is that what?
Okay, we'll move on without him.
I'm confused.
49, Victor Alpha 6, Charlie Quebec Bravo. That's Brody. That's QRP1. I'm not sure if you can hear me, but Brody, if you're there, you're up for 2 calls, sir.
that was an ODI thing. KL7YK, did you work him?
Yeah, the amplifier on it. Let me try it though. Victor Alpha 6 Charlie Quebec Bravo. Brody, it's your turn. It's your turn. Yeah, I actually heard you when he was QRP, but I don't hear him at all now.
Okay, well, we'll leave him on the list. Maybe someone can hear him or give him a call. This is KC1QIA for ID. Okay, we're going to go to line 50, Whiskey 5, Delta Oscar Charlie, Doc in Texas. You are up for 2, sir.
Outstanding. Okay, I'm going to move to line 35 and let's go to Tennessee. Whiskey 8, Volunteer, VOL,
In West Virginia.
W5DOC.
Well, fantastic.
How copy, sir? Whiskey 5.
That's at 100 watts. I'm cheating a little bit tonight
You are 5'9" as always. I'm going to
on
say
my
5'9".
inverted L.
You are 5'9" all the way to Texas, sir. 5'9" both ways.
250 feet or so.
For the call, 732.
Several radials.
Okay, now I'm going to see if I can talk to Pennsylvania, Alpha Charlie 3, November Oscar, line 4. How about you, John? You around still? It doesn't sound like he is around. I'll try, let me see, line 51, Kilo Delta 9, Hotel India Golf, W5DOC. How copy? This is Kilo Delta 9er. Here I go. You are 5'9" plus into Indiana. Okay.
I'm also directional on this
You're
band.
5'9" here into Texas. Over.
Directional to the west
Go Cowboys, by the way. Hi. 73.
on transmit and receive. I struggle to work the east.
Thank you.
Okay, Doc, we got you back in that with a couple of good calls. We're going to go to line 51, Kilo Delta 9. Here I go. Zach in Indiana, you are up for 2, sir.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Let's go with line 31, Kilo Echo 2, Bravo Alpha Mike. How copy, KG9HIT? Laura, do you copy, KG9HIT? Negative contact. Let's try Victor Alpha 3, Sierra Golf, November. How copy? Kilo Delta 9er, Hotel India Golf.
Don't sound like they're there either.
Hey, I'm batting 1,000 here. Kilo Delta 9er, Hotel India Golf. Let's go up for grabs here. Whiskey 8, Victor Oscar Lima. Kilo Delta 2, Delta Mike Romeo. Mike Romeo, go ahead. Kilo Delta 2, Delta Mike Romeo, 5'9". I got you at 5'9", sir. Always good to hear you. This is KG9 HIT. Back to that. Do good here. Brian, are you doing a combo with them or individuals?
I'm at 31.
Can go combo.
31 out of 50 states, which I just started logging like 2 weeks ago.
Absolutely. She's sitting right here.
And I do not have Hawaii either.
KD9RCZ, KD2DMR, how copy?
Which I've mostly been focused on,
KD2DMR, have you at a 5'9", 5'9".
focused on 40, 80, 160 meters.
KD2DMR, thank you.
Okay, I guess we're going to go to line 52, Kilo Delta 9, Romeo, Charlie, Zulu, Amber. Miss Amber, you are up for 2.
Okay, this is KD9RCZ. I will go up for grabs.
Alpha Charlie 3, Lima November, Oscar Charlie. 4 Golf Charlie Delta.
Whiskey 8, Victor Oscar Lima.
Golf, Charlie, safety.
Yeah, this is Kilo 4, Golf Charlie Delta Amber. You're 5 and 9, 59 in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Roger.
Roger the 5'9". I have you 5'9" as well. 10 over.
Roger, 5'9" both ways. 7-3, happy Valentine's, and thanks for the call.
7-3. Thank you for the call.
Burridge Cove.
And KD9RCZ, I'll go up for grabs one more time.
Whiskey 8, Victor Oscar Lima.
Delta Charlie 3, Lima November,
Kilo 4, Victor, Tango, Mike.
Have I tried ham spot? No, I haven't. Is that like a self-spotting ordeal?
Copy the 3-3. I have you at a 5-5. I copy that 5-5. Into the contact. Thank you for the contact. This is K9RTV. I'll be back next.
Okay, Amber, we got you back to that with a couple of good calls. Okay, we're going to look for some late and last. KD2DMR, would you have a look?
Absolutely. This is Kilo Delta 2 Delta Mike Romeo Assistant Net Control. Folks, if you want to get on the list, get any last calls, or you want to get on the list, you found anybody you want to work or heard you want to work, KD2DMR listening.
Whiskey 1, Papa Delta, 4877.
Whiskey 1 Papa Delta for the North American Traffic and Awards Net. Check-in. Nada.
Hey, Gavin, I'll miss number.
Romeo Zulu Victor there, over. KK4 RZV, don't use your elbows, you'll give them all black eyes.
Well, you're doing about the same in my location there, over.
Yeah, I'm cheating with a heat kit. Any other check-ins, KD2DMR? KK4.
Here in a few minutes, we're going to QSY to 146.52, actually.
K4 Victor Tango Mike, who else?
Right after this is over. We'll do that little net there.
KD2DMR.
But I'm the net control, so.
Kilo, Echo, 8, Oscar, Romeo. What's
Oh, that's cool.
Kilo Echo 8, Oscar Romeo Queen.
I might have to try that one.
USL, thank you.
You're welcome. Stick around, folks. We're using NetLogger. Anybody else out there? Back to you, Brian.
Okay, we got you back to that. I think that'll finish up our time here, so we're going to go to line 53, Whiskey 1, Papa Delta, Thomason, Ohio. You are up for 2 calls, sir.
Okay, I'll just go up for grab. Papa Delta, up to grab.
Whiskey 1, Papa Delta, Kilo Delta, Hotel India Golf.
Kilo 4 Golf, Charlie Delta.
Kilo 4, Golf, Charlie Delta. You're 5'9", 59.
Roger, 5-9, Con. You're 5 and 9, 5 and 9, Little Beach.
I'll take it.
Oh, quit your tuning.
Up for grabs again. Whiskey 1,
Kilo Delta 9.
Kilo Lima 7, Yankee Kilo, KL7YK.
Alpha Charlie 3, Lima, November.
Hey, it's free. That's even better.
5'9".
Okay, I'm sorry, the call again, K2D.
Kilo Delta 2 Delta Mike Romeo.
Okay, so you're also 5'9", 59.
Beautiful, thank you. Go up again.
Okay, Whiskey 1, Papa Delta.
Kilo Mike Delta 9.
Kilo Quebec 4, Sierra, Kilo Sierra. Sierra again. Ending in Sierra. Kilo Quebec 4, Sierra, Kilo Sierra. Okay, you're 57, 5'7", 57 is Ohio, over. Roger the 5'7", we'll go 5'7", both ways. Okay, see what's going to 5'7", thank you very much. Whiskey 1, Papa Delta, back to net.
Okay, Thomas, we got you back to net. Welcome to the data net. Okay, we're going to go to line 54, Kilo 4, Romeo Zulu Victor, James in Georgia. You are up for 2 calls, sir.
I'll just go up for grabs there, over.
Man, it's strong out here.
Delta 9er, come back to KK4 RZV there, over.
Kilo Delta 9er, Hotel India Golf, no copy.
5'9" here in Alpharetta, Georgia there, over.
Right.
5'9", 10 over.
Well, if your VFO's broken, it might take a lot.
Roger on that. Well, I'll just go back to net. Certainly appreciate the contact.
10-3.
Okay, James, we got you back to net. Going to line 55, Kilo Echo 8, Oscar Romeo Quebec, Doug in Ohio. You are up for 2.
This is the first time caller, I believe, but I am looking for anybody that might be on frequency from the state of Mississippi.
Not me.
So are we. Come to realize we don't have any Mississippi.
Oh, darn it. That's my last state. Listen, I appreciate it. Thank you.
I don't have Mississippi
so much
either.
for taking my call. Thought I'd give it a try.
Not so fast. Go up for grabs.
All right, this is Kilo Echo 8 Oscar Romeo, Quebec. Stand by.
Kilo Alpha Charlie 3, Lima November.
Kilo 4 Golf Charlie Delta.
Kilo 4 Victor, Tango Mike.
Kilo 4 Victor Tango Mike.
Yeah, this is Kilo 4 Victor, Tango Mike. Come again?
This is Kilo Echo 8 Oscar Romeo, Quebec. I've got you 5959.
Yeah, Rise the 5. Now, I get you about a 5'7", about a 5'7", yourself.
QSL, thank you so much.
Thanks for the call. Back to you. Want to try another one?
Once again, this is Kilo Echo 8 Oscar Romeo, Quebec.
There's Ole Miss tuning up.
Kilo
Alpha Charlie 3, Lima November.
Kilo Delta 2 Delta Mike Romeo. You're 5959.
Yes, you are. 5'9" both ways, KD2D Mar. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you all so much. 73.
Okay, Doug, are you back to net?
Back to net, Doug?
Oh, yeah, back to that.
Okay, Doug, we got you back to net. Welcome to the main net. Okay, we're going to go to the last call list, line 57, Kilo 5, Whiskey Romeo Echo. Take your last call.
Case 5 WRE, we'll try line 52. Kilo Delta 9, Romeo Charlie Zulu. Kilo Delta 9, Romeo Charlie Zulu. Any copy on Case 5 WRE?
K5WRE, I have you at a 5757.
Copy your 5757. So we'll make it 57 both ways. QSL?
QSO on the 57 both ways.
Case 5 WRE.
I have to move you.
Okay, we got you back to net.
Oh.
Line 58, Kilo Delta 2, Delta Mike Romeo. Take your last call.
Awesome. Thank you. And I'll go the same way. K5 WRE, KD2D Mar, 5'9".
K5 WRE. You're 5'9" as always.
All right.
Beautiful. 5'9" both ways. Thank you very much. Back to net.
Come on.
Okay, Jeremy, we got you back to net. And the M, Alpha Charlie 3, Lima November. Last heard you, William in Maryland. I heard you 5959 QSL. All right, we're trying one more quick time here. W0WMM, Alpha Charlie 3, Lima November. How copy? All right, he's
Gonna
out
have
there.
to
Alpha Charlie 3, Lima.
turn that one down. Start this other thing. This is Kilo India 5, Uniform Charlie Oscar, is the frequency in use. All right. This is KI5 UCO on 146.52 for the Thursday night Anything Goes net. Purpose of this net is to encourage the use of simplex and improvement of stations. Anything goes. If you've got anywhere on HF or VHF or UHF that you would like to check in, we can try to accommodate. But I'm taking check-ins starting right about now. This is KI5 UCO. Go ahead.
Hello, Sean. This is KE5FAR, Alan.
Good evening, Mr. Allen. You're on a live stream, just so you know. Just gonna throw that out there. How are you?
I'm good. Let's see who else wants to check in, and then we'll go around. How about KJ5? No, wait a minute. KJ5KCQ. You might want to call for him. He can't hear me.
KC5, what was the suffix? Yeah, my preamp took you out.
Kansas City, Quebec.
All right. This is Kilo India 5, Uniform Charlie Oscar looking for, I believe it was KC5 KCQ or KI5 KCQ.
Yes. They're past the KIs or to the KJs. 5 KCQ.
Okay, KJ5 KCQ. Are you out there?
I don't hear you, but I'm here, AJ5C. Hello, guys.
I don't hear him either. Good evening, Mr. Bob. We got you in there. Anybody else?
KJ5HGC. It's Ryan.
Good evening, Mr. Ryan.
WP5R&D.
Mr. Mill, you're all on a live stream, just so you know.
Yeah, checking in.
Double with you for part of that, but good evening there, Mr. Kirk. Anybody else for the Thursday night Anything Goes net? What's my preamp freaking out for? I bet it's my phone charger. Let's see here. Yep, it was partially the phone charger. All right. Hearing nobody else, we'll take some more check-ins later. Mr. Allen, good evening.
Yeah, hello, Sean, and the group. Everybody sounds real good. Everybody came in loud and clear so far this evening. Just been working on my vacation plans for May, taking a road trip to Wisconsin. Going to be doing some Parks on the Air, and I'm going to a high school graduation for my my grandson.
Well, that sounds fantastic. I saw the Facebook post there. That looks like it's going to be quite an ordeal. What's the goal for the parks? Was it 5 or 10 in one day?
Yeah, they go in increments of 5. So I'm seeing places where I could do a 5 and then a 10 and maybe a 15.
Good Lord, that sounds like a lot of work.
I've also been trying to work 10 different bands so I can collect, the N1CC award for 10 bands. Ten parks, 10 bands, 10 different parks, 10 different bands.
Well, I didn't do any full calculations there, but are you going to try 160 or 60? Because I think you got to have one, don't you, to get all 10?
I don't know if I can get that done. I don't think I'm going to have to do my own math on that.
Come on, preamp. There we go.
Go on to the next person and get back to me on that.
Roger on that. Mr. Bob, how are you?
Good, AJ5C here. Yeah, that sounds a bit aggressive. Absolutely. It's a good award there, but it's going to be time consuming. Anyway, yeah, we've had a good day today. I can't complain. Except for the temperatures dropping into the bucket. Other than that, we played with V87BX yesterday in the park and worked him on AM, FM, and sideband. That was unique.
Oh, yeah. Fantastic, I would imagine. Yeah, I picked up a few cars today. Was a car porter, so I didn't do much daytime working. And I haven't been doing very much daytime working, period. Been trying to focus on my 40, 80, and 160 worked all states. I'm up to 31 out of 50. And probably about 16 on maybe 18 on 40, like 6 or 7 on 80, and like 6 or 7 on 160.
Well, that's ambitious also. Good luck with that one.
I need a quick recheck.
Go ahead, recheck.
Antennas in my that I can carry: 75, 40, 20, 17, 15, 12, 10, 6, 2, and 70 centimeters. And the way you get, you can work some simplex. Make an announcement on a repeater when you're in Rogers or Branson. Hey, I'm going to be over here on some simplex frequency. I'm spotted over here. If anybody wants to come, I need 10 contacts, please. Maybe you'll get lucky, especially if you announce it to your friends you have in the clubs.
I didn't count those, but was that 10? Yeah, maybe so. Yeah, 70 centimeters will be quite a challenge. Might have to get a Yagi for that one.
When you got 300 club members in a metropolis, I think I can get 10 of them. Yeah.
All right. Well, that is quite ambitious, but I have no doubt with enough effort you'll get her done. I think Mr. Ryan was next. Good evening, Mr. Ryan. This is KI5 UCO.
Schedule 5 HGC. Good evening, Sean. How you doing? I've been up to not a whole lot today. I've been working. It's kind of a normal thing on a weekday typically, and it's too cold to come out here and hang out this afternoon like I did the last couple of days. So yeah, I haven't been out here. I haven't done a whole lot of radio today or anything. So just stayed inside and stayed warm until about time to come out here. Came out and started a fire.
Yeah, I came out here a little early, and I'm cold already. No fire out here. I'm hoping the one in the house is doing just fine. Yeah, I don't blame you. Been too cold. It'll be colder over the next coming days, so I guess the next 2 days will be all right. I'm hoping so, because I got to go cut some wood.
Yeah, I should probably go drag some up. I have cut down back out there already, but
yeah, 160
I
portable.
try to trample around and get to it or not, or maybe just cut something else down. I don't know yet. We'll see how that goes. But I'm about out of wood myself, so I'll have to figure something out.
Well, Roger on that. WB5 R&D, Mr. Mill. This is KI5 UCO. Good evening.
WB5 R&D. Good evening, everybody. Everybody has strong signals in here tonight. Everybody's pegging my meter, so and sounding good on 14652. So, how are you doing? You say you're getting cold out there in the shop. You might ought to get you one of those buddy heaters.
Yeah, but then it'd cause noise and waste my electricity. Some of these guys on the live stream have been telling me that for a few weeks now. And I've been telling myself that forever. I need to get a propane one, maybe.
That's what I got. I got a little propane sits on a bottle, and Jason's got one in his garage out there, and it heats up that whole garage real good.
Yeah, I can't imagine it. If you only run it as much as I would, it probably would last a while if you got one of them bigger propane jugs.
Oh yeah, sure would there. I don't know. I bet it don't burn much. I don't know what it. I'll have to read the instruction manual. Maybe it tells how long it'll run on a bottle. And, I'm looking at your picture here. Is that a CB sitting on top of that VHF high band rig?
Why, yes, that's a GTX 5000, 40 channel CB, made by Gemtronics, old tube radio.
Nice. It looks vintage.
Other than the paint, fully restored, recapped and all that. Works wonderfully, except for the age-old Gemtronic problem, where if you let it run too long, there's nothing you can do about it. To my knowledge, the receive will flutter out.
I've heard that. I have heard that. Well, I don't have anything else. Thanks for running the net, and I'll turn it back to net control.
Well, fine business on that. Mr. Kirk, good evening.
Good evening, Sean. How you doing tonight?
Cold. How about yourself?
I'm cold too. I do have a propane heater out here in the shop that's helping out a little bit.
Yeah, that sure helps a bunch, I imagine, but it's too cold for most of that. Some of these electronics out here did not like it, that's for sure. They took some warming up.
Yeah, I know. I can't seem to get my iPad to get on the YouTube. What is your channel?
It's the ampersand KI5 UCO, or you can search KI5 UCO ham radio, or probably just type in KI5 UCO, just my call sign, and it'll bring you up there, and probably somewhere it'll say is live or something, say Thursday night anything goes net. I guess you just click that one. I don't know. I have never tuned into my own live. I think that's how you get there. KI5 UCO.
I'm trying to get there. I'm restarting my iPad, see what comes up here. Yeah, I've got an old handheld Radio Shack CB. You want to look at it, see if you can fix it?
I mean, it's always worth a shot. No promises, though. I'm not a tech by any extent of the word, but I've peddled with stuff.
Okay, if I get a chance, I'll get it over to you. It has batteries. I took all them out, cleaned the contacts. I can't seem to get it to come back up.
Yeah, a lot of them old HTs just need work. Some of them capacitors and all kinds of stuff. But yeah, well, we can take a look at it, see what's going on.
Okay, I'll try to get it over to you one day.
All right, with that, let's give a holler to KJ5 KC Quebec, Kilo Charlie Quebec. Any copy on Kilo India 5, Uniform Charlie Oscar for the Thursday night anything goes net.
I have a question, AJ5C.
All right. Is it for me?
It is. What are you using for your camera for YouTube?
Just my cell phone. And it's probably sideways. I've heard that one.
Yeah, it is. It's sideways. Just wonder if you can turn it 90 degrees.
With this selfie stick that I've got, it doesn't have a rotating head, unfortunately. I've tried to press the orientation button, but it doesn't seem to like that. Doesn't seem to like it one bit.
You need to get you a little tripod.
Yeah, I know it. That way, I'll be better suited for portable operations and things like that. Need like a 3-foot tripod, telescoping.
Anyway, I'm just watching it live there. And yeah, when you bring up YouTube and click on live, it showed up. It was the second item in the row.
Well, fine business on that. Well, I'll give another call for Kilo Juliet 5 Kilo Charlie Quebec. Any copy on Kilo India 5 Uniform Charlie Oscar. Thursday night anything goes net.
All right, I got a text from Bill. He says he's just listening and not checking in tonight.
All right, well that's plenty good. Hopefully you can hear me all right and hear everybody else. Sound promising. Congratulations if he is out there. Congratulations indeed.
He's got a lot of ice, and he's got a mag mount on just stuck to the roof, so he's probably going to sound a lot better next week if he has that base station antenna up. He's planning on putting up on a tower, and if you want a tripod, I'll give you one next time I see you, Sean.
Well, I'm not going to be a beggar, but I also won't be a chooser, so if you're offering it, I'll definitely take you up on that.
Yeah, I've got a couple that we've picked up from discount bins for no reason, and they just have the standard hot shoe, like for a 35 millimeter camera. It's that type of tripod.
Fabricate me up a mount or something, because my GoPro didn't come with one. I've got to buy one of those and maybe get one for my phone too, and I'll be set up and ready to go.
Oh, I have no doubt you could rig up a bracket.
Yeah, hopefully so. Is there anybody else out there who wishes to check into the Thursday Night Anything Goes net? We're listening.
I have a question.
Is it for me?
This is for anyone. 145.410. There's a Skywarn repeater. It's part of the group, the Skywarn group, located in Branson. N0NWS. Is anybody familiar with the Skywarn? Are they like a member of the group?
I am AJ5C.
Do you ever check into that net? They do a test sometimes, maybe Wednesday night.
I do. It's usually Tuesday night, I believe.
And is it just for people that are members, or is anyone encouraged to check in, or is that not cool?
No, it's open to anybody, anyone that's authorized on the frequency.
All right. Well, I didn't really listen closely when they started. I actually have been picking them up, and I just had them on my list, a little cheat sheet as another repeater in Branson. And after I checked in, and when he repeated back everybody that checked in, and he goes, he laughed. He goes, and one in Arkansas, and just laughed, and then he went on, and that was it. He didn't even ask me to recheck, or he didn't say my name or my city or my call sign.
I wonder who was in net control for that one. Yeah, that repeater is linked with the Fordland repeater up in Springfield.
Yeah, I looked up N0NWS and saw in QRZ that's part of the group. That's the group call sign for that Skywarn system.
Yep, that's it. It's N0NWS out of Springfield.
And then I looked it up in the repeater book and saw the exact location of the tower. It's in Branson. The funny thing is, that's the only repeater I can hit.
Okay, yeah, I hit that one. I can hit the Fordland repeater, believe it or not, just off this one local antenna here.
I thought it was kind of odd that I can hit that one, and I've talked to people on it a little bit, not a lot, but I can't hit the other ones in Branson. But I can get Green Forest, of course.
Okay, very good. Do you hit the other Branson repeaters, the W0TRI?
No, that's the sad thing. I probably would join their ham radio club if I could, but I can't talk to anybody up there.
Okay, yeah, I'd belong to that club as well.
Yeah, there's no limit on how many clubs. You can join as many as you want.
Well, yeah, I guess as long as the funds are there.
Yeah. When you Bill got passed his test last Saturday, and they made him give him a 1-year free membership to Bella Vista Radio Club.
Hey, that's great.
He's member number 306.
All righty. Congratulations to Bill if he's hearing from AJ5C, who's been a ham since 1957.
On the way home, we stopped by a couple of parks and I spotted one, and I got about 20 contacts in 10 minutes. And now he's got kind of a bug for POTA. I mean, like pursuing his general.
Hey, there you go. And what you might try too is like we did with Simon the other day. Use different modes.
Yeah, and we could try 10 meters. One thing that I thought was funny is I was looking at how I could do 5 parks around Branson, and there's 6 that are 5 out of 6 are pretty doable in a day. And the first one, I have gone to that observation lookout. It's right on. It's like on the way to Silver Dollar City, and I never even realized that was a park that counted. Here I've been looking for parks with vista views.
Ah, very good. Yeah, that one counts.
That's probably one I'm going to try for VHF.
I probably won't hit you on that one.
No, but I think I can find 10 people in Branson that might.
You should be able to pick up 10.
Well, since you're up to speed on protocol and POTA and what's cool and what's not, do you think it would be cool to use 146.520 when you do VHF as your band?
I
As
would.
long as you're on a simplex frequency and using a repeater, any frequency is valid.
But that's the national simplex frequency. What are we doing talking on the national simplex frequency? Isn't that reserved for something?
Everything's reserved for something if you want to look at it that way.
Thursday night, anything goes in that right now.
That's a fact.
Yeah, I want this frequency to be clear of all traffic so I can complain about nobody using it. KI5 UCO.
Who are you going to complain to?
Everybody who's not on 5.2.
Roger that, AJ5C.
Do y'all follow the POTA group on Facebook?
I do.
And somebody would be complaining about.
Yeah, you got your ordinary cusses out there that complain about everything.
Yeah, that's why I'm glad I just asked here, because you would know. You've been around the block.
A few times.
I would exclusively use 5.2. Good luck getting anybody anywhere else.
Then there's the UHF national simplex frequency. Was it 444.10?
Or 446. I've heard both.
446.
I think the 444 100 is a sideband, I think.
I've got it on a spreadsheet. I need to make sure I have that programmed in my mobile radio. You don't need to program it simplex, just at least have it wrote down. Or, like y'all, you could remember stuff.
What were we talking about again?
I'm going to look at my notes so I can remember.
What did I come in here for again?
I think this is the Thursday Night Anything Goes net. This is KI5 UCO.
A KE5FAR.
And AJ5C.
I was talking about the Worked All States thing earlier. can you believe that one of the ones that I don't have any confirmed on 40 meters is Arkansas?
Well, we need to work you and confirm you.
Well, I've worked Alan like 30 times, but I don't think either one of us has logged each other.
Well, we just need to make a point of doing that.
I work you on HF. You get a logbook of the world entry.
You're talking about 40 meters, right?
Yeah, Roger.
Check in 7181 tomorrow morning, and I'll give you a 5.9 both ways.
Better not be a false signal report. I'll check in with 1 watt.
Oh, it'll be the first time I've been able to check in almost all week because my antenna was frozen, messed up, had a high SWR. I had to wiggle it out of a little bit lower on one side so it wouldn't be touching a tree branch. And it finally started working this afternoon.
Sounds like my vertical.
Got plans for it. I got conduit cut. I'm going to... it's a Frankenstein fan dipole. It started out as 3 bands, and then I added 2 more to it, and I'm going to redo it like it should have been done right in the first place.
Well, fantastic. Yeah, if I didn't have this manual tuner, then my 40 meter dipole or this inverted L wouldn't have tuned up. I'm having to use quite a bit of capacitance to re-resonate this inverted L, way more than normal. And I'll tell you what's also funny. I don't have anything on 80 or 160 for the state of Arkansas. In fact, funny enough, the only thing I have is 2 meters and 10 meters. And the 10 meters was Bob.
Well, I just read off a whole list of all my antennas, so you could get every one of them bands one day if you want.
Oh, I have to get her done. I hear you pretty well on 20 as well, so you can cross the whole board on the state of Arkansas.
Well, that vertical that I put up, I can put 132 inches. It's dead nuts for 15 meters, and I can still use it on 17 and 12. It's so broad banded.
I've got a halfway vertical CB I made a post about, and it is just shy on 20 meters, but yeah, it's broadbanded enough to cover everything from 10 meters almost to 20 meters. And it requires very little tuning for that. If I had some ground radials on it, I think I'd get 20 out of it too.
I bet you could if you mounted it to like a corner post of a cyclone fence.
Well, it's on some aluminum poles, but they're painted, so I don't think it's getting quite a good enough ground. But that's probably why it's close, but no cigar. Because if it's a half wave on 10 meters, it should be around a quarter on 20.
Isn't it a quarter wave vertical for 10?
It's a half for, well, it's a half for CB, but it's actually a little short, so it's effectively exactly a half wave for CB, or for 10 meters. It actually works very poorly on CB.
I don't know that you need to mount a vertical antenna high up in the air. I think a lot of people, they get them close to the ground where they can do a better job on the ground.
Mine is right on the ground, almost 2 inches off.
Some people just put them in a ground stake, put a magic carpet under it, them Faraday cloths. I think it's more about being a quarter wave, what you're doing with the ground. That's why I'm using that big copper pipe and 30-foot radial one way and 100-foot radial the other.
Well, this is at like 35 feet, but the ordeal here is with this particular antenna, it was supposed to be a CB antenna, and I'm going for ground wave. So I mean, line of sight kind of ordeals. So that's why I've got that one up high.
Roger that. That makes sense. Absolutely. You might get 30, 35 mile range with it if it's up high. And you're up high also, so that helps.
Yeah, it gets over to Mountain Home pretty well and up into Missouri, but that's about the extent of it. Unless Skip's rolling in, then, well, if Skip's rolling in, I'm switching to a ground-mounted quarterway. Because I'm trying to shoot the DX, so to speak.
Yeah, would you say my ground-mounted quarter wave had about a 25-degree takeoff angle?
Yeah, that's what the computer model said, which is pretty good for DX, I would say. Maybe not long haul around the world 5 times, but it'll get where you need to go.
Yeah, it checks out really well with just playing with FT8 a little bit.
Yeah, not this half wave. Well, it was about the same, but I'm sure the numbers, if we actually dug into them, your numbers would be a lot higher. 1, because you're running more power, and 2, because you actually had a bona fide antenna. I am just not a big fan of true half wave verticals in the air. I'm just not a big fan at all.
That's too soon to tell you, but I'm going to be checking this thing out and doing a little bit of work on it tomorrow. Haven't even put a choke on it yet.
I don't have a choke on anything, I don't think. Nope, I'm too lazy for that. Plus, I like the light show whenever I tune up 40 meters off of a 250-foot piece of wire. I love the light show in here and the fuzzy computer screen. It's wonderful.
I got to ask Bob what he thinks of that.
I was stationed down in Florida at Patrick Airplane Patch. The guys in the radar dome used to put a fluorescent tube up alongside the radome so you can see it light up every time the radar passed by.
That's pretty effective radiation pattern there, huh?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, we put out a few megawatts of power anyway. Yeah, I see the same thing here, Sean, when I'm on 80 meters. My LED lights on the back deck will fluctuate all over the place. I don't hurt anything in the house, but those LEDs outside sure do light up.
Okay, and that's with no balance?
Yep.
And which antenna is that?
80 meter vertical.
And that's the one that's done like a ground spike? It's not high off the ground?
It's on a pipe. It's a DX Engineering antenna. It's on a 4-foot pipe that's in the ground, and it attaches to that. I can lower it. It's got a winch on it.
So it's like an elevated vertical. What are you running for radio?
Oh, it's got a bunch of wires going out.
Yeah, the usual. That seems to work really well. I mean, I'm really wondering why I worked so hard to build a fan dipole would. Think what I could have done going vertical.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I used to out in Vegas. I had a Gap Titan antenna. That rascal was vertical with some other stuff on it, and it was about let's see.
Heard somebody else in there.
About 4 foot above the ground.
Somebody else. Go ahead, call in station. This is KI5 UCO. Never mind.
That sounds similar to the POTA Performer, which is, elevated whip, about 40 inches off the ground.
That was a nice double.
Tuned radio. Elevated tuned radio.
Is that the one that Greg built?
Yeah, that's the one I downloaded his PDF and I copied it when I built my first antenna to take to the park.
Okay, yeah, Greg's an engineer. He does pretty good.
Okay, F0 SDE, we got you in there. Come again. I don't know if that was Dublin, but there's some noise with you.
I say we just built this antenna, stuck it out the window here, seeing if it works.
Yeah, there's some intermittent noise in there with you, but you are making the trip. I don't know if it's a loose connection or something on my end, but there is some noise there. Mr. Mel, can you copy KF0 SDE?
Yeah, he's loud, clear. He does have some noise. That almost sounds like a light noise or something there. I don't know.
Yeah, I may have it set up too close to the building too. I've got a big metal building up against this antenna, probably about 3 foot away from it.
Yeah, at the end of that, there was no noise. You're over 20 over 9 here. So at the end, there was no noise at all. So I don't know. Maybe touching something or something. But it sounded good, that last part of that transmission.
I don't hear him at all.
KF0 SD, KF5 UCO. And we're also live streaming, so you can go back and check out that noise there. But yeah, there's something coming in with you. So, but otherwise, I'd say that the antenna is working well. Mr. Bob out here says he can't hear you, but Mel said you're 20 over. I haven't turned off the preamp, but you're full scale out this way whenever the noise is not present.
Alrighty, well I appreciate it. Running it through my SWR meter might have something to do with it too.
Maybe there's definitely something going on there though. For sure, unfortunately. Anybody else have a copy on KF0 SDE?
KF0 SDE, that's KF0 OUQ Foresight.
Are we making it over there?
Yeah, but you sure do have a terrible buzz in there.
Alrighty, I'll work on it. Thank y'all. SDE, we're down and out.
Roger on that. Hopefully find the source of that noise there and can get her all worked out. Otherwise, performing pretty well. The other Missouri station, I always forget your name, but good to hear you in there.
Yes, sir. This is Randy on this end, KF0OUQ over in Forsyth, and I try to get on here once in a while.
Well, fine business on that, Mr. Randy. Fine business indeed. Yeah, got a good signal out here this way to see if anybody else can hear you out this way. Anybody got a copy on Mr. Randy out there?
Yeah, that's KJ5HGC. I can give him about S1 over here. That's about all, but got a little static on them, but I can copy him.
Sounds like usually you're the only one can hear me out that direction other than Doug. So Anyway, good to hear you. 73s, you have good evening. KF0OUQ, we're clear.
You're about 20 over 9 here in Harrison, WB5 R&D.
All right, Mr. Milk came back there to you, but we'll say 7-3, Mr. Randy. This is KI5 UCO. Mr. Allen, what were you saying about the POTA Performer, elevated radials, and what was it?
Elevated whip, it's about 40 inches up off the ground on a tripod. And then your tuned, elevated tuned radials, you know, they start out 40 inches off the ground. They go out to those stakes that we put out when we were at the park.
Yeah, I remember that. It seemed to work quite well. And those elevated radials are no joke, but I think I spoke my piece on those at the meeting. I just don't like to fool with reeling them in and out. But they are the way to go, really, if you're talking about efficiency per wire.
Yeah, if I could just come up with a better way to unroll them and roll them up. I try something different just about every time.
I saw somebody on YouTube who wrapped them around like a fly fishing reel, and then he had a mount that went into like an electric fence stake, which I believe is what you were using to hold them up anyway. And then he just clipped that reel into the electric fence stake, and you roll it out off of the spool, and then of course the rest of it being spooled up would be sort of a choke kind of ordeal. So that's how he was doing it. Might be something to look into.
One thing I tried was tape measures. I put two tape measures to the tripod and just pull out the correct length according to your chart along your tuned radials are supposed to be. That didn't work too good.
Just too much tension, or what was the issue?
I don't really know, because every time I tried to get decent readings, it was inconsistent. They were all over the place. And ever since I took that same antenna and mounted it like I did now, my readings are solid. You know what I mean? So I just don't. I think the ground is so important and makes such a big difference.
It makes all the difference on my experience with the portable setup, which I only have ever tried ground-mounted radials, but you can tell when I only have 30 of them instead of 60 of them, and you can tell when I only have 3 or 4. It makes a big difference.
Maybe you should get one of those Faraday cloths, keep it in your backpack, and when you get to where you're going, just throw it on the ground, spread it out, and stand on it.
Yeah, it might work. Might work indeed. I know it would. I've seen evidence of it on YouTube, but I'll just throw out the ribbon cables for now. Might look into that in the future. Maybe use both. That way I can just throw out the radials and alligator clip them to the claw. There we go.
Yeah, I do pretty good with that 30-foot radial, just that extra wire I have. It's just like the same kind of wire that you saw that I was using. I just throw that out on the ground behind the car, and it's done really well with just a ham stick. Now imagine how much better it could do if I used my 17-foot whip, just pulled out to the right length.
I have no doubt. No doubt whatsoever. Yeah, I tried doing mobile the other day, QRP, and got 5 or 6 states on 40 meters. So I'll be looking next Hamfest, possibly at getting a 100-watt mobile ordeal that can stay in the truck. Would pull one of my other radios out here, but they're just too big.
Well, I'll just say I'm glad I didn't buy a 15 or a 12 or a 17 meter ham stick, but I do have a 10 and a 20.
I've got a 10, a 15, and a 40. Kind of odd, but that I chose 15 instead of 20, but it was because I planned on buying the telescoping whip, which could do 15, but I planned on using the full ordeal for 20 meters, and I'll be fine with compromise for 15.
Yeah, if I hadn't been getting such flaky results trying to tune that telescopic whip, I wouldn't have bought the ham sticks. Now I got a better idea of what I'm doing, and how to just calculate it, just to do the math. That's the way to go.
I like the eyeball and then go back 42 times. That's my favorite method.
I did the 15 meters according to the math. I got it right on the first try.
Yeah, but you had to do math. That's mentally exhausting. I'd rather just be physically exhausted.
Well, it's somebody did the math and they put it on a chart, and they're not taking anything else into consideration on other tables that have to do with the POTA performer, because that's where I went down the wrong path. That was a specific thing, and this is different. So I just use a table that's just the math.
Yeah, there you go. At least get you in the ballpark. Apparently right on the money for some of it, so that is fantastic.
Yeah, that chart that I posted on the Facebook page is just 234 divided by the frequency.
I just go for memorization when I'm out portable, because I mean, you got like somewhere around 9-ish foot for 10 meters and 17-ish foot, usually what I end up with for 20. And then, well, if I'm out portable, I don't get 33 feet, so I don't have to worry about that. I just take her all the way out and add inductance till I hear the noise come up. And when the noise comes up, I'm usually pretty close.
Because you're starting to hear better.
The theory or law or whatever it is of reciprocity, which may or may not be a myth. I don't know.
Yeah, 15 meters is 11 feet, 132 inches.
I've played around with 15 meters once or twice, but that's a lot of bandwidth that I normally just don't play around with. It's a shame, it sure is. I used to be the novice band of choice, I hear tell.
Well, it should be good for when you go to a park, at least for POTA, be another band you can knock off, and might not be as crowded, and maybe you could handle the pile-ups wouldn't be a stick, maybe, who knows. I'll find out. KE5FAR. I think I need to go see what's for dinner.
Well, enjoy that. We'll catch you after a while. KE5FAR, KL5UCO.
'73 to the group.
73 Allen, WB5 R&D.
73 Allen, 55 HCC.
Well, how about that dipole with your call sign on it? That was pretty cool, Mr. Ryan.
Well, thank you. Yeah, that's the one that I've been kind of halfway saving. I was going to redo that 2-meter dipole that I built over the summer, and that's the full enclosure that I kind of put together. But I figured I'm not going to get to that anytime soon, so why not make a 20-meter dipole for it and kind of rig it up a little differently and adapt it for that instead. So I went ahead and used it for that. But yeah, it was the one I 3D printed a few months ago. I don't remember now.
Well, it looks nice. I guess I never noticed your call sign on it before, so that is pretty cool. Well, have you thrown it up and done any listening around?
No, not yet. As soon as I got it done, we got all that nasty weather come in, and then all the cold has hit and wind and everything, and so I haven't messed with it yet. I'm not in a huge hurry to get it anywhere. I haven't quite figured out where I want to put it yet either. Exactly. I do know I want to get it up pretty high in the air, so I've got to figure that out first, where I'm going to stick it at. And then I'll have to determine which, or rather, where I want to run the cable into the shop out here, so I can get me a cable made up for it, because I don't have another free one available. So I'll have to make one up for it, whatever length I'll need. But it's going to need to be, I don't know, like, what, 20 feet off the ground at least, something like that. So, yeah, I got to figure out where I'm gonna put it at.
You know, should be, gotta be, maybe. My 20-meter dipole is, well, it's part of a 40-20 fan dipole thing, and I've only got mine about 10 feet off the ground, and it works well. And it's only like 5 feet off the roof, so that works pretty well. I just put the part connected to the center conductor over the ground per se, and the part connected to the shield is over the metal roof, and it tunes up quite well. So, and it works okay. I don't really do much on 20 meters other than hunt parks on the air, and I hear most of them and I work most of them, no problem. With 100 watts, I've been lazy in my old age here. Just throwing 100 watts at most things, just because.
Yeah, I understand that. I did think about possibly just getting a piece of PVC and kind of rigging it up and stringing it up over here off the side of the shop a little bit and try to get it to reflect off that maybe or something off this way, just kind of see what it does. I don't know, because it's just full experiment over here for right now with nothing else going on with it. But I could do that pretty easily and then be able to move it around and change different positions with it and stuff, being able to use that. It does have a holder made for 3/4 PVC, so I can stick it on something on a pipe like that and be able to adjust the height and adjust the position of it pretty easily. So that might be something I try to do. That might be fun to see what it sounds like coming in from that way.
I imagine you'll have some success with it for sure. But that's not really something I have expertise in. I really don't work the higher bands very much. So Alan and Bob would probably have more insight on that if you had any questions or anything, because I just throw up whatever, and whatever comes, whatever don't, I really don't care to chase after it. I am definitely more interested in 40 meters and below if you were going in frequency. So fine business on that. Mr. Mel, did you see that on Facebook? Ryan over here's got a dipole with the center like cap type thing where the wire comes in. He's got his call sign on there. It's 3D printed. It's kind of cool.
No, I'll have to check that out. That does sound pretty cool.
I believe it's on the Facebook group for Northwest Arkansas Ordeal. If you look real close, you'll see his call sign in there. I thought that was cool.
Do you do that with a 3D printer?
Yes, sir, sure did. KJ5HGC.
I'll see if I can get it on my computer here in a minute there.
I'm fixing to look it up.
I wouldn't have seen it if I hadn't have been scrolling down the page. For some reason, that page and others, but mostly that one, likes to show me only selected post. on my news feed. It doesn't like to show all of them. I have to make sure I'm following it or something, but yeah, it likes to sort by most relevant and things like that whenever I get there, so I have to resort the thing just to find stuff.
I just saw it, AJ5C, nice looking.
Thanks, Bob. Thank you. Yeah, it is kind of difficult to see if you don't really notice it first glance there, because I didn't change the color of it, so it is all black and everything. But it being raised out as it is, extruded, I could easily get some white paint with a brush and stuff like that, and just go right over the top of that, and it would really stand out and really pop pretty easily against that black. But I just never got around to messing with it. Haven't decided where I want to put it or anything yet, but eventually that might be something I do with it. I think I'm going to possibly take it apart again and redo some stuff with it at some point, or maybe just print another one. I don't know. We'll have to see.
That sounds good. What was the call sign of that guy up in Missouri?
There was KF0SDE, and then there was another one that I always forget. I believe Doug was KF0SDE. Is that right, Mr. Mel?
Yeah, that's correct. I didn't get the one you called Randy.
Well, that's because, truth be told, I didn't get it either. He said it and I forgot it. I got the name.
I was logging it all on my net logger here.
Well, I'm sorry that I didn't confirm the contact there. I'll have to get him next time.
There you go. Yeah, so I show 8 people checked in. One was listening.
Well, thanks for doing that. Yeah, I've been using NetLogger here as of late. It's a pretty useful tool. Use it for the worked all states nets and things like that. Easy to keep track.
Oh yeah, I first got in with that when I was on the Ole Miss net, and that was really handy because you could log everything and you could see who you needed, and who got your QSLs and all that good stuff.
Well, speaking of which, on the mobile version, it's got the place where you click on their call sign, does a little drop down, and it's got sent and receive, like a RST ordeal. And I'll type stuff in there and I'll hit log contact, and I have the mobile version linked to my QRZ API. So I figured that would show up on QRZ, but it is not. I don't know if you know anything about that or if it's just a bug or something. I've just been logging them manually and putting them in QRZ later.
I think you have to have the paid subscription XL version or higher.
I think that's true.
Well, darn, maybe I should have read the manual. I read part of it, but I didn't read that.
You should have just flipped the page one more time.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes. Well, that makes sense. Well, that's unfortunate. I'm not going to pay for it. My paper is free to me. I found it.
Yeah, sometimes the paid subscriptions are worth it, though.
I did the paid subscription to both to QRZ and set up the account in Logbook of the World as an ARRL member, and it doubled my confirmed contacts as soon as I did that, because you get that stuff synchronized. A lot of people don't use QRZ, but they use Logbook of the World.
Yeah, I upload the Logbook of the World every night. My QRZ goes immediately, also to Club Log and HRD Log.
But you're like a professional contester.
No, I don't contest.
Oh, but you have over 6,000 contacts on POTA.
POTA? I've got over 22,000 contacts.
All right, unique reference. What's the, I probably have my terminology wrong.
Yeah. I've got 5,000, almost 5,500 hunted parks, unique parks.
The unique references. Yeah, have just over 1,800 contacts.
How do you catch a rabbit?
Is this a riddle?
Unique up on him.
Have to be very quiet.
That's right. AJ5C.
E5FIR, back to cooking.
KI5 UCO. Yeah, well, fine business on that. I've been using, what is it, Ham 2K, and that's pretty unique. Pretty neat there. That's how I do POTA. And then I just export the thing and upload it QRZ. That works pretty good.
Oh yeah, a lot of the guys are using AC Log, which is a very good program. I've used it years in the past, and I switched over to HRD because I use that DM780 for digital. But I was talking with KJ6ER yesterday, asking how many contacts we got, and that AC Log shows them right away. We're at 821.
Good Lord. I think I'm at 92 total, which I did start to actually seriously logging like maybe 2 weeks ago. So that's all right.
No, that's 821 with Greg.
Yeah. Now, I hadn't actually been playing radio all that much, especially during the day. And I check into that North American Traffic and Awards Net, every other day or so. On 40, I think I work just about everybody there. And then I'll drift down to the Old Miss 80 and Old Miss 60, and occasionally that, 3905 Century Club, which I checked into their 160 meter net the other day. I can't remember when, 2 days ago maybe. Worked everybody there, and then we all just left. I found people don't hang out on 160 very much around here.
No, that's true. What's your Ole Miss number?
I'm just a visitor. I'm sneaking under the radar.
Oh, okay. You got a 1010 number?
No, I don't do that one either. Somewhere around is a paper with like 3 or 4 of them on there, but I've never done anything with it.
Okay, say I give you an Ole Miss number and a 1010 number.
Well, I've got a piece of paper here. I guess you could anyway.
Yeah, but you've got to work you on the frequency to get it.
Okay. CQ. No, I'm kidding. It may be that station.
Get my kilo with Greg. That'll probably come in, probably later on in the year. We'll have 1,000 contacts.
Well, that'd be fantastic. Sure would. I just can't imagine having 1,000 contacts with one person. I'm up to like 15 with a guy over in Illinois, one of the net controls for the NativeNet. Every time I go up for grabs or whatever, he'll come back and I'll work him. And not that anything has changed at all, but I'll work him anyway.
There you go. You ever check into the Cadiddle Hopper net?
No, I've never checked in the Cadiddle Hopper net. I think you told me about it before, but what's the scoop on that one?
I don't remember the frequency. It's during the day, I think around noontime, it's on 40 meters.
Ah, well, I definitely have not then. I've only been on 40 meters during the day one time. And that was the other day. There was somebody doing POTA on 40, and they had a good signal out here, up and down, but still the band was a little too short. Can't remember where he was, but he was a 4 somewhere down there.
I worked a 4 last night on 40 meters late on POTA.
I don't check for POTA during the night either. I just don't really work POTA on 40. That'd be something to do. Be something to do indeed. I'll have to do that one of these nights. And that most of my radioing happens in the late shift, it seems.
Yep, let's see, looking at my log here, we were on 7243, and it was N3ARB. That's Angela. She's down in New York. I think she was in Georgia.
Fine business on that, yeah. I'd like to go and do a soda up on Boat Mountain and cheat a little bit and load up one of those towers up there and activate the summit on 80 or 160. That'd be funny. I don't know exactly where the circle of the activation zone is up there though, so I'll have to look into that.
Oh yeah, I haven't worked soda in a while. I've got over 7,000 points with soda.
Yeah, that's my goal, is to activate the ones that have never been activated, and I don't know, that just is more interesting to me as somebody who's currently, young and able to go climb the mountains. Seems a lot more appealing to me, but yeah, on boat I'd have to park and walk however many feet or whatever. I'd have to actually figure it out, considering you could drive all the way up there. So I'll have to make sure I'm within the rules and load up one of their towers.
Yeah, on soda you can drive up, but then you've got to get out and walk.
Yeah, it's only so many feet, I believe. It's not very many, but the main thing is just don't operate from your vehicle, I believe.
Yeah, that's true. You can't do that. Worked a lot of the guys on soda, and they were using low power, and we were doing CW.
Yeah, that seems to be the ordeal. Because, if you're backpacking stuff up there, then you want it to be as light as possible. And, well, what easier way than to get like a little mono band or even a tri-band CW rig. You can get some of those that weigh ounces.
Oh, yeah, and the KX2 is a good one, too.
Yeah, they even have an antenna made specifically for that. Just kind of bolts right to the side or connects to it and has like a little tripod. Forget what it's called, A1 or something like that. Cool little antenna.
Oh, that's cool. I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, if you go to their website, I don't remember what the model number is, but it's specifically marketed to, that radio and operating pedestrian mobile and things like that. So it's got quite a bit of coil, as you would expect, because it's kind of short.
Yeah, years ago I used to work a guy that was pedestrian mobile, and also had one that was bicycle mobile.
I like getting out there and working pedestrian mobile, but I normally do it on a backpack, not like HT pedestrian mobile. I feel like there should be two different things to say, like maybe just that, maybe HT pedestrian mobile, because that's even more impressive.
Yeah, this old boy had a backpack. He had an actual radio in there, not an HT or anything. We're working on 20 meters.
Yeah, 20 and 10 is definitely easiest to be effective. Oop, I'm bumping the camera. Definitely easiest to be effective for sure. 40 meters works too. I have yet to get 80 meters to work, but I think that's a power issue. I don't think my 5 watts walking around would do anything, period. I ran 50-watt Whisper and made it a few hundred miles walking around with a backpack, but yeah, 5 watts just won't do it. Not with the efficiency you get with such a short antenna.
No, I need a little more power than that, AJ5C. Just looking here, there's a couple POTA stations out in California still on 20 meters.
I might actually get them. For me, if you watch the band shift, it definitely, with my current antenna, definitely follows that pattern. I'll work the East Coast in the daytime and the West Coast after dark. If I look at the POTA and SOTA activations, anything with a 6 call is a no-go during the day. I struggle to get over there. If they're on 10 meters, no problem.
Yeah, there you go. Well, they just disappeared.
I'm wondering if anybody's done a study on the phenomenon when if you have a radio, specifically with a waterfall, if you see a signal and you scroll to it, why they will always stop talking. I mean, every time. And it can't be a coincidence. I've seen it in every video I've ever watched and every one I've ever made.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I'll be scrolling through there. Oh, there's a strong station. And I'll scroll over to him, land on the frequency, and there he goes. He quits talking.
I see 6 minutes ago there was a KD0FNR. It was in Butterfield Overland National Park in, looks like Arkansas somewhere.
Well, props to him. It's cold. Cold for all that.
Yeah, too cold. Yeah, here's one, WV8TG, 7258, it's in Georgia. We're glad to hear him tonight.
I heard several stations from Georgia earlier, but it was right at the gray line, I guess. And the band seemed to be getting longer. So I might not hear them now.
Yeah, I'm hearing him. I'll give him a call. I'll be back, AJ5C.
Roger, roger. KI5 UCO. Well, fellers, anybody else got anything? 'Cause I think I'm about to have to call her quits. It's cold out here.
KF0SDE.
There you are. Good evening. I don't hear the noise this time.
Yeah, I'm on a different radio. I'm on the one I'm usually on. I'm going to put that antenna up on the building and hook it to my good coax. I think I found a bad end on a coax.
That might have done it. Since we got you now, what kind of antenna project were you working on?
Oh, it's something I found on the internet. I don't even know what to call it. It's a little 5-inch long bar with 3 antennas sticking up out of it. You only hook up to one of them.
Like a Yagi Uda?
Heck, I don't know what they call it. I was looking for J-poles. That thing popped up, and I liked the looks of it, and it was easy to build, so I was like, I want to try that.
Okay, I got him.
Well, fantastic. Well, the KF0 SDE is back in here on his other antenna, talking about how he was building what sounds like a Yagi to me, and found a bad end on his coax. But Mr. Doug, I'll say that you get that end fixed back up, I think you'll have a promising antenna, because you were stronger than what you are now on that one. So I think you're making progress.
Good deal, because my SWR on my old setup up there was like 320, 3.20, which I think is way too high.
Yeah, it's not exactly ideal. And that SWR isn't everything, but, too high, your radio will normally fold back the amount of power it puts out. And a lot of that will be reflected back and cause interference and things like that. Usually just stuff around you, not normally that harmful to other things. But yeah, SWR is not a good thing to have, but it's definitely not everything per se. Yeah, if you can get that down any, then it will definitely help, I would say.
Yeah, that one I just got done building, it was down to 1.6, so that makes me feel better.
Yeah, there you go. 1.6 is usable. Very usable. I'd run it all day long. In fact, I think this antenna is actually matched pretty well. But normally if it's under 2, I'll run it without even batting an eye.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do if it stays that way up on the roof of the building. We'll see tomorrow.
Well, fine business on that. Sounds like you're well on your way to progress. 'Cause, like I said, you were stronger out here by, let's see, if I were to convert that back over, I'd say you're probably 3 dB stronger, at least, out this way. With the home brew, you just had that noise in there, but you definitely had a stronger signal.
Well, good deal. That's kind of what I was after. It was picking up good, so I guess we're headed the right direction.
Well, fantastic on that. Well, Mr. Bob, how'd your contact go on 40 meters?
Yeah, we got him good. I'm gonna get out of here, guys. I'm still not hearing Doug up there. I can hear when he keys, but I'm not hearing any modulation. Let me say 7-3 for tonight. We'll catch you later on, AJ5C.
All right, fine business on that. 7-3, Mr. Bob. We'll catch you after a while. AJ5C, KI5, UCL.
73, Bob.
7-3, Bob. KJ5, HGC.
Well, fellas, I hate to say it, I'm probably going to have to cut and run. It is cold out here, and I have to make sure that it is not getting that way in the house. I'm full on shivering now. Got a shaky voice even.
Well, I'm proud of you. I'm stuck. I didn't think you were going to stay out there over an hour. It's been an hour and 20 minutes. That's plenty long enough. 73, KE5FAR.
Yeah, the things I do for this net. No, I'm just kidding. I've got over 2 hours on the stream here, so been out here a little longer than that. 7-3 all. This is KI5 UCL.
7-3, Sean. KJ5 HGC.
73, Ryan and Mel also. KE5FARBQRT.
7-3.
Well, for everybody on the stream, thanks for showing up. Thanks for watching. Hope our local chatter didn't bore you to death. I find it quite interesting. I like to keep 2 meter simplex alive. But I am cold, as I told them, so I'm going to end the stream and go back inside and call her a night. So once again, thanks everybody for showing up. 7-3. This is KI5 UCL. Good night. everything down. Come on. There we go.